Exciting time here out at the Salt Lake City International Airport. This past summer we saw a lot of steel go up for the new SLC. We had 5,700 tons of steel that was erected this past summer, and that's about 70 tons of steel per day. And that steel was erected on what's going to be the South Concourse, so it's the west end of the South Concourse. That was completed last month, and now we're starting to erect the steel for the Central Terminal. People who come out to the airport probably up until this point really didn't see a lot taking place because so much infrastructure work was taking place. But now with the steel being erected, a lot of activity is happening, and there's also the parking garage is going up, and so drivers who go by the construction will see pillars, and that's to support the parking garage as well as a new elevated roadway. Your holiday is a very busy time here out at the airport, and there's a couple of changes that have taken place that are related to the construction that will impact our travelers. Mainly it's on the roadways. So one of the big changes that happened earlier in the summer was the move of the park and wait lot. And so that used to be located on the right side of the road as you were exiting the airport. It's now located on the left side of the road. So we're just asking drivers who haven't been out here recently to go to the left-hand side. They'll see signs directing them to the new park and wait lot. And soon we'll be opening up a convenience store in that same location. The other major change that's taken place on the Terminal Drive roadway leading into the airport is that the road is now a different configuration. It's basically been divided into two main thoroughfares. And so if you go to the left-hand lane, that will take you directly into the economy parking lot. And if you go to the right, that takes you to the parking garage, to the car rental return, as well as to the terminals. So that's a pretty major change, and that's going to be underway for the next 8 months. And the reason that we've done these road changes is because we needed to do some infrastructure work on what will become an elevated roadway for the new airport. And that's going to relieve a lot of the congestion that passengers currently see with the current airport. Well, next week, a lot of people are going to be packing their bags and heading off to see friends and family. And people tend to get a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, make sure they want to make their flight on time. So a couple of tips that we have is that be prepared. And this starts at home. So what we ask is that when you're at home, check your airline's website just to make sure your flight is on time. You can also call the airline. And then we recommend that you download your boarding pass or upload it to your phone. That just will save some time when you get to the airport. And then we also recommend, if you're flying domestically, to arrive at the airport 2 hours prior to your boarding time. If you're taking a nonstop international flight, we recommend arriving 3 hours prior. Again, just to allow time to come and find parking, to check your bags, and then to go through the security screening line.